What's up, guys? I'm Shane, and welcome to the QuietLion channel. Today, we're going to talk about Avengers Endgame and just kind of sum up why I'm an MCU fan, how I became a fan, and just to start it off with, let's talk about Iron Man 1 in 2008. Now, I remember going to the theaters to see this with my dad and my brother. And I just didn't really know what to expect. Like I've never really, I didn't grow up, I grew up with X-Men. That was about the extent of my Marvel fandom, but I grew up mostly a DC guy, Batman, Superman, those are my favorite characters. But when Iron Man came out, I was like, okay, let's go. The trailer looked cool. Robert Downey Jr. was involved. I was very interested. I had no idea what I was getting into. But I was like, let's just go check it out. It looks really cool. So we did, and I remember just kind of being, first of all, the experience of the after credit scene, where Sam Jackson shows up. He's talking about the Avengers Initiative. Like I just don't remember ever leaving the theater and just being so hyped for the next movie. It was like, wow, like I was like, they got like, honestly, I didn't even really know a lot about the Avengers. I mean, just to be perfectly honest. So I went home, I started like looking it up. Who are the Avengers? What's the Avengers Initiative? Like, and I quickly like learned like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. They're gonna like introduce these characters, and it was just like from there, that's where it started. I mean, Iron Man 1 started it off, so you just have to give the credit there. It's not my favorite MCU movie, but that memory of going to the theater, seeing that movie, seeing what they were doing with the end credit scenes, I was in. I was all in at that point. And then you fast forward to the first Avengers movie, another great experience with a big group of people. It was funny, it was action, it was that scene where you have all the characters together, that famous tracking shot where it's just you're following all of them around, and it was just a special experience seeing the movies, and then all of a sudden they all come together in one movie. It was incredible. I remember taking my wife, and we were both just like, that was so awesome. We can't wait for the next one. It was just like so much hype building up into those movies. And also, I would say the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, that experience for me was a little different because, honestly, like I had no desire to go see that movie. I was just like, who are the Guardians of the Galaxy? I honestly thought the MCU created them. I didn't even know they were comic book characters. Never heard of them. But I remember my expectations were really low. I almost didn't want to go see it. And then when I saw it, I was like, wow. That was so awesome. I love that movie. It was just something I've never seen before. The music, just everything about that movie I just loved it. And it fit into this MCU. Like all these movies fit together. It was just incredible. So yeah, that experience was great. Spider-Man. So Spider-Man has always been a big one of my favorite characters as a kid. I know, Batman, Superman, but Spider-Man was always there. So it always kind of disappointed me that I'm like, why isn't Spider-Man in this universe? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But when they finally, all the talk started happening, Tom Holland was rumored, and when he finally like got his own movie in the MCU, that was a big moment for me. I mean, I know a lot of people don't love Spider-Man Homecoming, but me personally, I really love it. I thought, it was one of the scene where he's pushing up the rubble, and it's that comic book moment, and he's becoming Spider-Man, and I actually got emotional in that scene. I mean, it was just a really cool moment for me, and it was one of the few times where I really got got the feels in a comic book movie. But yeah, I mean, and now we're here, 11 years later. We're about to go into Endgame. Infinity War Infinity War was incredible, just the scale of it. But I feel like something big is like really happening. I know there was the deaths in Infinity War, but something about those just didn't really stick. Like you just knew, you just felt like they were coming back. But I feel like Endgame, there's gonna be some deaths that no somebody's not coming back. Like could it be Tony Stark? Could it be Cap, Thor? Maybe all three. I don't know. But like to me, it just feels like with the title Endgame, they're not revealing too much. Like something big is gonna happen. Like a big chapter is gonna, like the book's closing. We're gonna, we're going into something else. They're still gonna be making movies, obviously, but it just feels like this is the end of something. So that's just, it's like emotional. It's exciting. There's so much going on there. I can't wait. I'm so excited. We go see these movies as a family. It's a special time for us. Like I think I bought like 10, 12 tickets to go see it. And we just, it's just fun to experience these movies together. We hang out afterwards. We talk about them. It's just like something that we've been doing for like the last 5-6 years. Every superhero movie that comes out, we go see it as a family. It's a special thing for us. And, just getting emotional just talking about that is like, it just shows you how special these movies are. And I don't know if there's ever going to be a connected universe as big as this. I know DC's doing his thing. I'm rooting for him. I really want him to happen. But Marvel is doing an incredible job weaving these movies together. I love it. I'm an MCU fan. So, like I said, I'm incredibly excited. Can't wait to see it, to just go on Twitter and talk to you guys about it and just share that moment of seeing it together. So yeah, I can't wait. And, if you can catch me on Letterboxd and Twitter at QuietLion84, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Nerdy Blurb, thank you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in here today at Nerdy Blurb TV and checking out this video. Consider subscribing if you're into this kind of stuff because we like to keep it nerdy here and interact with cool individuals such as yourself. Have a great day.